So, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while, and but today I'm doing the movie review on the new Uncharted movie, uh, which is the movie adaptation of the Uncharted game series. For those, if you don't know, are a PlayStation exclusive game series, which the movie does focus on the same thing. Really, it's a treasure hunt, which is an oversimplification of what it really is. I mean, the movie's really good. So yeah. Just to start off really fast, I'm gonna say I think honestly that the movie was probably an 8 out of 10. Uh, Especially because it was a movie that took 13 years to make, with constantly changing directors, actors, and so on. But by the end, in my opinion, came out very well as a game adaptation. Meanwhile, some other movie game adaptations, such as the original Resident Evil movies, uh, we don't talk about often. But I digress. But meanwhile, it still stays true to itself as its own movie and has its own differences between the movie and the game to where it doesn't feel like they're just trying to bring a game and turn it into a movie, but they're actually making it its own movie. And I mean, I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but this whole thing is going to be spoilers. So there was a nice, warm-hearted little cameo between Tom Holland's Nathan Drake and a guy on the beach, which claims to have been hit by a car from a plane as well. Which, for those who don't know, his name is Nolan North, and he is the voice actor for Nathan Drake in the actual Uncharted games, which again was just a little nod to the character, which I did like. But going further into the movie, I think that really uh, it was filmed pretty well, for again being 13 years and long production. We got a character in which had his own conflict with his not knowing where his brother went or what happened to him until later he finds out in which he was killed. But the constant referring back to him, I think, could have been a lot worse had they not done it the way they did, because they're focusing more on his past helping his present, because Nathan Drake is a man who is definitely into history and trying to find treasures, especially that of which he and his brother had always dreamed about from whenever they were children. And not knowing where his brother went, he was anxious to find where he went and so on, which later he finds out he's dead, while looking for the same treasure that they had always wanted to learn from each other. And in doing so, he's made a partner, Sully, or played by Mark Wahlberg, right there. Which at the end of the movie, we do get a little cutscene, which he has the actual Sully mustache from the games, which nice addition to the character. Then we go back to the next end credit scene. I know I'm skipping a lot in the movie, but the next end credit scene, we see them jumping in, stealing something, and a little tease for a next movie that they more than likely will make due to the success of this one. And also in the first credit scene, we see Tom Holland's brother, which actually isn't dead, not Tom Holland's real brother, but Nathan Drake's brother, in a prison writing him notes. Still to this day, not sure if Nathan does get these. I think overall, though, going back to the movie and not the end credits and so on, I know I'm jumping a lot, but going back to the movie, I think the script as well was written really nicely for showing that Tom Holland's Nathan Drake is more on the young side and almost inexperienced, but still knowledgeable enough to be somewhat of a leader in a team. Because it's only through his character that they actually find the first, I mean, really any of the treasure, because of his extensive knowledge of the subject. And I think again, him and Sully's pairing, although unlikely at first, does come out to be beneficial for both of them by learning to actually have a partner. Sully not being able to trust anybody, I really don't remember her name in the movie, but I mean, nor the games really, which that falls on me. But uh, her constant double crossing them really kind of sets her character up for failure, because it's only because she wanted to double cross Nathan Drake again, in which she was the reason she got lost and couldn't find the treasure before they did. Because Tom Holland did find it, and he made two notes, one of false coordinates and one of main coordinates. And he let her find the false ones. So by the end of the movie, after they have all the treasure either secured or lost, she's still driving around in the boat looking for it. I think that's it though. There's not really too much else for me to cover. It was a good movie. I think it was written and directed really well for all the trouble that it could have been, as well as the introduction to the movie. Like kind of like how the Marvel movies have all the characters flashing in and out for the word Marvel to appear. Sony's kind of doing that with all their extensive game characters. So there's a good chance we will be seeing a lot more Sony exclusive game characters being adapted into movies, or maybe even TV series for that matter. But also, there was one little scene that I thought was a bit different, because the movie right off the bat starts you with him falling out of the plane from the trailer. And then we go back to that later on in the movie because it flashes back to whenever he first met Sully. And then the story continues once you get there. In the beginning of the movie, it flashes as him almost waking up while falling. Well, whenever it actually happens, he's not asleep or falling. Well, he is falling, but he's not unconscious. That's just a little thing I caught. I don't know if it was just me thinking that or what, but I think that was just like the one thing that I found potentially wrong with the movie. But yeah, sorry, a little under the weather, but yeah. Thank you for watching. If you did, if you have another opinion than mine, if you have anything to add on to mine or anything that I may have missed, that was more important. I think if you'd like to leave in the comments and let me know, be sure to do that. I will definitely read that and give you my feedback. Thank you. Thanks again for watching. It means so much to me. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.